Many of you have been writing in wondering what I packed for Paris. It's all coming up next.
La nuit est si longue, buvons ce martini. Une femme voit son présent qui naît dans la nuit.
This is part 2 of our 2-part series about France and my trip to Paris with my daughter-in-law, Kelly. Drum roll, please. It's finally time to share all the details about what I wore in Paris. Many of you might remember my daughter-in-law, Kelly, and I flew to Paris late last fall. Paris is always a good idea, any time of the year, but I'm partial to spring and fall. Both shoulder seasons are the perfect time to visit, and the crowds have thinned out, and the summer heat wave has disappeared, replaced with moderate temps that are absolutely perfect for walking the city streets. Can you believe there was only one day when it rained? All in all, it was a fun week filled with culinary delights at renowned Les Deux Magots, I think that's how you pronounce it, located in the Saint-Germain district, frequented by many, many famous figures through the years like Ernest Hemingway, Pablo Picasso, and Julia Child. One of the most charming aspects of Paris is the local cafes where you can stop for a small bite to eat while you binge watch the people passing by. Some cafes are more famous than others, with Café des Fleurs and Les Deux Magots being the two more frequented cafes. Actually, they face each other from across the street, and you never know who you will sit next to when in Paris. The women sitting at the table beside us started a conversation with me as they thought I was French and asked a question about the menu. As we chatted, I discovered they were lifelong friends and traveled together now that their husbands were deceased, something we had in common. Come to find out, one of the women is none other than Alda Fendi, owner of Fendi, the world-famous Italian luxury brand. Aren't her sunglasses something else? They're famous in their own right and are on display in the Guggenheim Museum. That's a fact shared by Alda herself. What a fun afternoon. And take a look at this cute Pomeranian. Actually, there were two of them, and they both belonged to Alda. Although, she had a dog walker drop them off and pick them up. What a life. But back to France, a country filled with culinary delights at every corner. But my favorite restaurant in Paris is American, Ralph's. Shocking, right? Considering Ralph Lauren is hands down my favorite designer. The restaurant is located inside his flagship store in Saint-Germain and is absolutely breathtaking. Choose seats on the terrace or inside the store. I love them both. Typically, when I travel to Paris, I rent an apartment from Airbnb, and my favorite district is Arrondissement 1. And forgive me for my French pronunciation. I studied Spanish back in the day. This time, my Paris apartment was located on Rue Saint-Honoré, situated directly across from Burberry, with Dior and Chanel on adjacent corners of the street. During our week-long stay, we watched the Burberry decorations come to life, with work commencing approximately 1 a.m. each morning. How do I know the workforce showed up in the wee hours of the morning? Well, my bedroom faced the storefront, and I woke up to a drill or two during my stay. That minor inconvenience didn't stop me from loving all of the stores decked out with their Christmas decorations. And my favorite had to be Chanel, with pearl necklaces dangling from the storefront like Christmas ornaments. Okay, enough about Paris. Let's get to the details about my packing list. But I did want to share a few packing tips with you. First, pick a neutral color palette. This will allow you to mix and match your outfits. Next, make a list of all of your activities during your stay. Are you going to museums, cooking class, or a dinner cruise? Write each and every one down. Then pay close attention to the weather forecast. Is it cold and rainy, hot and humid? This plays a big factor in planning your wardrobe. Once I have my color palette in place, activities planned, and have checked the weathercast once, twice, maybe thrice, I put together my travel wardrobe. All good suitcases are packed based on color scheme, the weather, and activities. Next, I limit jewelry. I never travel with the real deal. It's always costume jewelry for me, as I never have to worry about lost luggage or theft. Pack stylish flat shoes and boots. There's a lot of walking in Paris, and I leave my high heels behind and pack stylish yet comfortable shoes. Pack an extra tote. If you love to shop in Paris, it's a good idea to bring an extra piece of luggage to get all your new belongings back home. Pack electronics. These always come with me on my international trips. Adapter, converter, phone charger, battery pack. Pack reading materials, but I always leave the bulky books at home. If I have to catch an international flight, I always arrive at the airport well in advance. Sometimes airport check-ins and security lines can be crazy. I don't know about you, but I never like to stress out before a big trip, so I factor in at least 2 hours to cool my heels before I catch my flight. With that strategy in place, there's not only lots of time spent at the airport pre-flight, but the long flight itself. That's when a good book comes in handy. Or maybe two, even three. Today, I'm thrilled to partner with Audible that offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre, from bestsellers and new releases to celebrity memoirs, mysteries and thrillers, motivation, wellness, business, and more. Since my schedule is jam-packed from day to day, I have found that audiobooks come to my rescue. The written word is important to me, and I love to stay abreast of current bestsellers. Since Audible is the home of storytelling, I always find the best of the genres I love or something new to discover. Audible carries thousands of podcasts from wellness programs, theatrical performances, comedy, and exclusive Audible originals from top celebrities and exciting new voices in audio. The Audible app makes it easy to listen anytime, anywhere, while traveling, like me, to Paris, working out, walking, doing chores, you name it. Any and all work with my schedule. For this particular trip, I selected the book Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. Bonnie is a first-time author at the ripe age of 66. Don't you love it? I always say it's never too late to start something new. Obviously, Bonnie believes this too. This must-read debut novel, or should I say, must-listen-to novel, is full of heart with an unlikely cast of characters. The book is set in 1960s California with our heroine, Elizabeth Zott, working as a chemist in a research lab. As happens in real life, and imaginary ones too, Elizabeth's life takes a slight detour, and she finds herself reluctantly hosting beloved cooking show Supper at Six. But in her heart, she still wants to be seen as a smart chemist. Why I love the book? First, I love a strong female character, and Elizabeth is this in spades. Second, I loved how Elizabeth viewed cooking, much like chemistry. It was all about the equation. Genius. Third, I fell in love with the supporting cast, including her dog, 630. I highly recommend Lessons in Chemistry, available at Audible. If you do not already have this amazing app, new members can try Audible free for 30 days. The newly included selection of titles makes Audible membership so much more valuable and gives all members a chance to discover new favorites and new formats. As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from the entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases. Members also get full access to a growing selection of included audiobooks, Audible originals, and podcasts. Audible makes it easy to travel with all of my favorite books on hand. Let Audible help you discover new ways to laugh, be inspired, or entertained. New members can try it free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Beth, and we'll have that link down below, or text Beth to 500-500 to try Audible free for 30 days. I know you will love them just as much as I do. I've been a subscription holder for 6 years running, and I so look forward to my new selection every month. Now on to my packing list. So I'm going to make this easy, or as easy as possible. So I'm going to go through item by item. We have loads of photos for inspiration, and we also have some downloadable links listed down below too. So if you want like the packing list, if you want some style boards, we're going to have that all available for you. So head down below. And I also want to share, because many of you also love to have daily posts delivered directly to your inbox. So we have a newsletter. So here it is, and you can check off the option that you would like. We'll have it linked up down below, and I'd love to have you join the family over at Style to a Certain Age. So first up is the classic trench coat. With the weather not too hot nor too cold, I typically opt for a trench coat that will keep me dry if it decides to rain. And honestly, any time of year, you never know when it might rain in France. I never go to Paris without a trench coat. It's the perfect topper much of the year, and it always brings together an outfit. Pair it with a black pair of pants, with a cropped jeans, or even over a dress. Boucle jacket. This probably was my favorite jacket, and I specifically purchased this from Jay McLaughlin for my trip to France. And why I loved it is because it doubled as a blazer and a jacket. It truly was a win-win. Blazer. You didn't think I'd go to Paris without a blazer, right? Because I'm a big fan of blazers any time of year, since it's a great layering piece and always looks chic. This time I chose an oversized black blazer from Lafayette, New York 148. As a matter of fact, this blazer came with me on my last trip to Paris in 2019. Casual sneakers. Comfortable shoes are a must in Paris, no matter the season. This neutral pair from Rag & Bone had been on style repeat for months and looked uber chic on the city streets of Paris. Low-heeled booties. I'm all about prioritizing comfortable shoes, and these allow for loads of walking, yet still look stylish. I pair them with slightly cropped jeans and with dresses or skirts. I'm a big fan of J. Crew boots and booties, and this pair didn't disappoint. And if you love content like this, where I'm sharing style tips, packing tips, health and wellness, it would so help the channel if you hit the subscription box and the notification bell. Block-heeled pumps. Bring at least one extra pair of shoes exclusively for evenings. I like block heels as they keep me sure-footed no matter the terrain. This pair from Tory Burch are one of my favorites and is a dupe of the popular Gucci block heels. Crossbody handbag. I have the ease of a crossbody handbag that I sling over my shoulder when I travel. I've had this Coach crossbody bag for years and it never disappoints. Sweaters. I love a cozy cashmere sweater that's soft and effortlessly chic. I pack at least 3, one oversized, one turtleneck, and one crew neck. Striped sweater. Cozy and comfy yet stylish, and oh so French. This one layers well under coats. And Laline happens to be my new favorite knitwear company. Crew neck t-shirt, the perfect layering piece. Button-down shirt, a classic wardrobe staple for any wardrobe. I always bring my favorite button-down when I travel. It's a great layering piece. Denim. Yep, this American girl always loves to bring her denim. They're practically indestructible, so they're just perfect for a travel vacation. Typically, I pack 2 to 3 pairs, one regular rinse, one black, and I do love this crop flare from Frame in ivory. Black trousers. Dress them up or dress them down. Black trousers are a must-have travel pant. I went with a fashion-forward pair from Veronica Beard this trip. It looked perfect paired with a cashmere sweater, black blazer, and block heels. Slip skirt. It's easy to pack and goes from lunch to dinner with ease. Well, there you have it, my packing list. And as I mentioned, Paris is always a good idea. I have arrived in Paris, and I'm going to give you a little tour of my apartment. It's amazing, and a little bit of a view from my balcony. So hang on, I'm going to switch it around. Thought I'd give you a glimpse before I mess it all up, but very spacious. I just love the tall ceilings that they have here in Paris. Beautiful. And this is the apartment where I'll be staying for the entire week. It is absolutely lovely. It's everything that you would think a Parisian apartment would be, including the velvet couch. Ready? I'll show a lot of snippets of Paris. It's a beautiful day today. Can't wait to start US in third in Paris. I'm a little jet lagged. Floor in Paris or the 3rd floor in the So I'm headed out today. I actually slept in, so I got a really good Louvre and Musée d'Orsay. I think is on the agenda, so I'll show you a little. So I hope you found some valuable tips. Of course, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.
La nuit est si longue, devant se maintenir. Une femme voit son présent